Okay, so get this. We're going deep into the world of non-destructive testing specialists, which is basically like high-tech detective work, but instead of solving crimes,
Right.
you're making sure vehicles, vessels, even buildings are safe and sound.
Yeah.
And, you guys sent over some really cool stuff for this deep dive. A whole career guide,
Okay.
a full interview guide, and some info on how this AI RoleCatcher
Yeah.
can help you land the job.
That's awesome.
So what do you say we use all this to really equip you with the
Yeah.
knowledge, the strategies to just ace that interview and get that job right?
Sounds good. It's such a fascinating field.
Yeah.
You're using these really sophisticated tools,
yeah.
X-rays, ultrasound, infrared thermography, all that,
That's so cool.
to find these hidden flaws, potential issues, without causing any damage.
It's like having superpowers.
It is.
So we're going to make sure that you are ready to show off those superpowers in the interview. We're going to hit some of the toughest questions you might get asked.
Okay.
We're going to give you the inside scoop on what the interviewer's really looking for.
Yeah.
And then, of course, we'll dive into how RoleCatcher can help you nail those answers.
Great.
Sound good?
Yeah. Sounds good. Let's start with one that often comes up pretty early on.
Okay.
What inspired you to become a non-destructive testing specialist?
I feel like that seems simple,
Yeah.
but they're digging deeper
They are, yeah.
than just your interest.
Absolutely.
Like, what's that spark?
Right.
What drew you in
Exactly, yeah.
to this specific career?
Think about it.
Oh,
Was it a specific project that you just got hooked on?
yeah.
The tech itself? Maybe it's that feeling of, like, knowing your work directly impacts safety,
Right, having an impact.
preventing accidents, making sure things are high quality, whatever it is.
Right.
Be specific.
Yes.
Let that passion shine through.
And this is not the time for vague answers. Like, I'm a good problem solver.
Not gonna work.
Paint a picture
Yes.
of why this career is exciting for you.
Exactly.
Okay, let's shift gears a little bit
Okay,
to a
sure.
more technical question.
Right.
What specific NDT techniques are you familiar with?
Okay.
So here, they want to know your knowledge and experience.
Yeah, they want to see your toolbox
Right.
of NDT techniques.
Show it off.
Yeah. So be honest
Yep.
and list those techniques you're comfortable with.
Got
like
that.
X-ray, ultrasound, radiographic testing, infrared thermography.
Okay.
Briefly touch on each one, your experience with each,
Okay.
but don't oversell yourself.
Don't overpromise.
Right, because they might ask you to elaborate,
Exactly.
which is a very common follow-up.
Okay.
Can you describe a project where you used that technique
Yes.
and the challenges you face?
Oh, that's such a good one.
Yeah.
This is where those examples that you prepare beforehand
Absolutely.
will set you apart. Yeah. So think about projects where you had to problem solve, where your specific expertise was just crucial.
Exactly.
Because they're looking for your problem-solving skills.
Yes.
They're looking for your proficiency and your ability to take that knowledge and apply it to a real-world situation.
In the real world.
It's like telling a little mini story that
Yes.
shows your NDT skills in action.
Love it. Okay, so ready for more questions?
Hit me.
All right, this one can be kind of tricky.
Okay.
What are your salary expectations?
Oh, yeah.
The one everyone gets a little nervous about,
It's a classic.
but it's totally normal.
Yeah.
The key is be ready.
Oh.
Do your research.
Yeah.
Know the typical range for non-destructive testing specialists in your area with your experience level.
Good.
Sites like Glassdoor, salary.com, those are helpful.
Good resources.
Have a good range in mind. Not too high, not too low.
Right. Realistic.
Right. And you can always say something like,
Yeah.
I'm looking for a salary that's competitive.
Right.
And in line with my experience and what I bring to the table.
That shows you're prepared.
Exactly.
Okay. What else?
All right, let's see. This one's about your passion for the field. What excites you most about the future of non-destructive testing?
Ooh, good one.
So here's your chance to
Right.
show your enthusiasm.
Yeah.
And that you understand what's happening in the industry.
Right. The trends.
Right.
Okay.
Think about those big advancements. Digital radiography,
Okay.
phased array, ultrasonic testing, AI, all that.
AI is changing everything.
It really is.
And actually, that career guide you sent,
Oh, yeah.
it mentions some of those advancements.
Good stuff in there.
It's really insightful for understanding what's on the horizon.
Excellent.
So you could say,
Yeah.
I'm really pumped about how AI can make NDT inspections even better, more efficient, more accurate.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, totally.
Or I'm blown away by these new sensor technologies that let us get so much detailed info about how strong structures are.
That's a great way to put it.
It shows you're not just looking for a job, you're passionate about this whole field.
Exactly.
All right, let's keep rolling.
Okay, this next one's a bit more like, imagine this situation.
Okay.
You're doing an inspection. You find a serious problem.
Oh, boy.
Something that could be dangerous.
Uh-huh.
What do you do?
Big stakes.
High stakes.
So they want to see how you think under pressure.
Exactly, and how you make good decisions.
Right. Especially about safety.
Absolutely. That's paramount in NDT.
So this is where you got to demonstrate that your ethics, your commitment to putting safety first.
No compromises.
Think about the exact protocols you'd follow.
Yeah.
Document that flaw, like thoroughly. Immediately tell your supervisor or whoever needs to know.
Right away.
And if you need to secure the area, no question. You might even mention that you check the codes and standards.
Good point.
Just to make sure you're doing everything by the book.
Best practices.
It all comes down to showing that you get how serious this is and that you'd act fast and do the right thing.
Exactly.
Okay, let's shift gears again a little.
Okay.
This one's about different work environments.
Okay.
Are you okay working on your own as part of a team or both?
That's a good one.
NDT inspections, they can be so different.
Yeah, totally.
Sometimes you're solo. Sometimes you're with a big crew for a huge project.
They want to know you can handle it all.
Exactly.
So talk about your experience both ways. On your own, A&D, collaborating, play up those teamwork skills, communication, all that.
Good point.
You could even say, like, I'm comfortable both ways. I'm a self-starter. I can manage my own stuff. But I also love working with others, learning from people.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. That's great.
Like, in my last job, I often did routine inspections solo.
Right.
But then I also got to lead a team on this big bridge inspection project.
That shows you're flexible.
Yeah.
Which is so important in NDT.
Absolutely.
Okay, what else?
All right. This one's a bit tougher to talk about.
Okay.
Tell me about a time you messed up at work.
Ooh, yeah.
What did you learn from it?
Everyone makes mistakes.
Right.
It happens.
They're not trying to trick you.
No, I get it.
They want to see how you handle setbacks, what you learn, how you grow.
Makes sense.
So pick a real mistake, but not something, you know.
Right, not a huge disaster.
Exactly. Not something that makes them question if you can do the job.
Right, okay.
Like maybe you misread something or missed a detail in a document.
Yeah.
Or messed up communication with a colleague.
Okay, I see.
Own it. Be honest.
Yeah.
Explain what you learned, how you've changed things.
So you don't do it again.
Exactly.
You could say, for example, once I was rushing to finish a report.
Yeah.
And I switched 2 numbers around in a measurement.
Oh, no.
My supervisor caught it, thankfully.
Save.
But it was a wake-up call.
Yeah.
About double-checking everything, especially when I'm under pressure. So now I always have someone else review my reports.
Smart.
Just to make sure everything's accurate.
That shows you're accountable, that you're always learning,
Yeah.
and that you're trying to improve your work.
Exactly.
Good stuff.
Okay, hit me with another one.
Okay. Problem-solving time.
Uh-oh.
Describe a situation where you had to think outside the box to solve a tricky problem during an inspection.
I like this one.
Yeah.
It's a chance to show off a little.
Great. Show your creativity, how resourceful you are, how you adapt when things get weird.
That's NDT for you.
Totally.
Okay, so what kind of situation?
Think about a time
Okay.
when you hit a snag during an inspection.
Yeah.
Maybe it was a strange material, a complex shape, or your equipment just wasn't cutting it.
Okay.
Walk them through how you figured it out.
Step by step.
Yeah, how you assess things, brainstorm solutions,
Okay.
and then how you actually solve the problem.
Make them feel like they're right there with you.
Exactly.
You could say, for instance, I was inspecting this weld in a really tight space.
Oh, yeah, those are fun.
And I couldn't use the usual ultrasonic testing because I just couldn't reach.
Makes sense.
So I dug around, researched other methods,
Good.
and I found this thing called guided wave ultrasonic testing,
Wow, nice.
which meant I could inspect the weld remotely.
Brilliant.
I talked it over with my supervisor, and we made it work.
Great teamwork.
Got the job done safely, well checked.
That's a perfect example.
It shows initiative, right?
Absolutely.
Willingness to learn new stuff.
And creative problem solving.
I like it.
Good stuff.
Before we move on,
Yeah.
can we talk about RoleCatcher again for a sec?
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Because it's not just for those standard questions.
Right, it goes deeper.
it can really help you prepare for those curveballs.
The ones interviewers love.
The ones that make you sweat a little.
Exactly.
Remember that huge library of questions they have?
Oh, yeah, tons of them.
It's got all sorts of behavioral and situational questions.
Mm-hmm.
RoleCatcher can look at those and give you tailored advice.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, so if I'm like stumped by, tell me about a time you failed,
Yeah.
RoleCatcher can help me frame it the right way.
Absolutely.
So I don't totally bomb.
It can help you show what you learned.
That's amazing.
It's like having a mentor in your pocket.
I like that, a virtual mentor.
Exactly.
Okay, ready for some more questions?
Hit me.
Okay, so we've gone through a ton of those interview questions and really dug into some strategies to show off what you can do.
Yeah?
Now, what do you say we switch gears a bit
Oh, okay. Sounds good.
and tap into those career insights from the NDT Career Guide?
Oh, yeah. That's a gold mine.
Right. Packed with info that can really give you an advantage.
Totally. Both in the interview and just in your career overall.
Exactly. It's not just about getting the job.
Right.
It's about understanding the bigger picture
Right.
of this whole career path.
Absolutely.
So one of the first things that jumps out at me is that section on pros and cons.
Oh, yeah. That's a good one.
High demand, good earning potential,
Yeah.
the chance to work in all sorts of industries.
Right.
But then there's also the, potential
The
risks,
challenges, yeah.
physical demands, maybe travel.
On-site work, too.
Right. So it's
Yeah.
about finding what works for you,
Exactly.
your values, your lifestyle.
If you love variety and you like a challenge, those pros might be really appealing.
Totally.
But if you want that typical 9-to-5 desk job,
Right.
maybe NDT isn't the best fit.
And thinking about those pros and cons
Uh-huh.
can actually give you some good questions to ask them.
Oh, yeah. Good point.
Like if travel's a deal breaker for you,
Yep.
you could ask about how much travel's involved
Mm-hmm.
or how they help their employees with work-life balance.
Smart.
Okay, let's talk about specializations.
Okay.
The guide mentions focusing on a specific area can really boost your career,
Right. It's like becoming the expert in one technique.
like a specialist in medicine.
Exactly.
So you can definitely use that in the interview,
Mm-hmm.
especially if you know what you want to focus on.
Yeah, like if you're all about ultrasonic testing,
Right.
mention it. Highlight any experience you have.
Courses you've taken,
Anything related.
even if you're not sure yet.
Yeah, if you're still exploring.
Just saying you're open to specializing
Mm-hmm.
shows them you're eager to learn and grow in the field.
Absolutely.
Now, if you're thinking about getting a degree,
Okay.
the guide lists a few good ones.
Like what?
Mechanical engineering, material science,
Mm-hmm.
aerospace engineering.
If you've got one of those degrees,
Definitely mention it.
shows a strong foundation.
And even if you're just thinking about it,
Yeah, if you're considering it,
you can bring that up too.
shows you're serious about learning.
Right? You could even ask about tuition reimbursement
Oh, yeah, good point.
or if they value advanced degrees.
Smart.
Okay, let's look at the functions and core abilities.
Okay, what's in there?
It breaks down the essential skills they're looking for.
Right.
Quality control analysis, critical thinking, reading comprehension, all that.
Important stuff.
Knowing this can help you really tailor your answers
Mm-hmm.
to highlight those strengths.
So if they emphasize critical thinking,
Right.
you want to make sure you give examples.
Yes.
Times you analyzed data, solved problems, made tough calls.
On the spot.
Exactly. It's about connecting what they want to what you've actually done.
And RoleCatcher can help with that too.
Oh, yeah.
It can look at the job description
Mm-hmm.
and point out those key abilities.
So you can tweak your answers.
Make sure you're showing them those skills.
It's like having like an editor
right.
fine-tuning your script.
To match what the director wants.
In this case, the hiring manager.
Okay, so you've answered everything,
Mm-hmm.
showed off your skills.
Yeah.
How do you wrap things up strong?
The grand finale.
Those last few minutes are key.
Make it count.
You got to reiterate your enthusiasm.
Yeah.
Hit those key strengths again.
Mm-hmm.
And just leave them with a good feeling.
Right. Memorable.
Keep it short and sweet.
So like what?
You could say, thank you so much for your time.
Okay.
I'm really excited about this opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
And I think my skills are exactly what you're looking for.
Yeah.
I can't wait to join the team and help mention a goal they have.
Nice.
And of course, thank them again.
Always.
Thank you again for your time. I'm really interested, and I look forward to hearing from you.
Graphics.
Simple, but it works.
Totally.
And remember,
Yeah.
confidence is everything.
Believe in yourself.
Let your passion show.
They'll see it.
So what have we learned today?
Let's recap.
You've deep dived into the world of NDT.
tackled those tough interview questions.
Learned how to use those career insights.
And discovered the power of AI with RoleCatcher.
You're prepared. You know your stuff. You're ready to rock this.
Go get 'em.
Job hunting can be tough.
It can be a grind.
But with the right prep and a positive attitude,
you got this.
You'll do great. We're sure of it.
Best of luck out there.